that he's good enough.
Embiid rolling, and he slams for two in the face of John Collins. Lloyd Pierce way out on the floor complaining about something, and he is teed up.
It is Embiid working against Nance. Here's Embiid on a fade. Yes.
Ladies and mostly gentlemen, welcome back to another video, man. Today we have one of the best centers in the NBA today, Joel Embiid. Comment on the video right now who you think is the best center in the league. Obviously, we got Embiid, Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Andre Drummond's having a really good season. There's a bunch. Comment on the video who you think the best center in the league is right now. We're going to talk about Joel a little bit later in the video, but I want to show you the build that we're rocking with today, okay? A 99 overall interior force. You can see 99 standing dunk, an 80 post hook, 94 post fade, still got good mid-range and three-point shooting, 87 post moves, 92 interior defense, good block, got decent rebounding. Now, the one thing that stood out was the fact that my boy MRV did not upgrade his driving dunk at all. Shout out to him for letting me borrow the account, but I don't know if I would have done that, but let's see how the build plays, all right? But 13 finishing badges, so we went back down punisher, drop stepper, contact finisher, and then we threw on bronze deep hooks. Now, 19 shooting badges is interesting. We went gold quick draw, Hall of Fame green machine, Hall of Fame deep fades, Hall of Fame dead eye, and then we put a Hall of Fame corner specialist. One to help us shooting corner threes, but also, I don't know if you guys know this, but corner specialist pops up for the mid-range too over in the corner. So when I fade on the baseline, corner specialist comes into play. Even you shot creators, if you run to the baseline and fade in the corner, even if it's not a three, corner specialist is still going to help you out. You see, we got gold intimidator, rebound chaser, and gold rim protector. So those are the badges that we're rocking for this video. As you can see, we have jump shot and layup and dunk boost, and then the weekly workout, he didn't do it. So listen, I still have 99 strength regardless, so I said whatever. I'm not even going to bother doing the weekly workout. But let's get right into this video, man. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. 99 overall Joel Embiid build. Let's go. So as we wait on the dots, I noticed over here on the other court, there's something interesting going on. I'm not going to say what it is, but just something interesting is going on. So in NBA2K20, there is no build known as a post scorer. You know, like past years, you know, you had pure post scorers, shot creating post scorer, slashing post scorer. There's nothing that says that this year, but interior forces seem to be the closest thing. This driving and shooting pie chart allow you to have, you know, good post moves. You saw 94 post fade, good post hook. I mean, look at this. We're going to go right to the fade, first possession, over two defenders and green it. That is some sweaty post scorer gameplay right there. Now, for those of you that don't know this, a lot of you guys probably do, I actually started my channel back in 2K17 as a post scorer. But before you start lashing out at me, back then post scorers were not what they are today, or like at least what they were the past couple years. In 2K17, post scorers were almost like non-existent. There was a few post scorers, everybody else was a stretch or a glass cleaner, and those were like the main builds. Maybe a few rim protectors, but mainly it was glass cleaners or stretch bigs. Then people like myself, Giuseppe Vuitton, and some other guys started, you know, kind of showing what post scorers were actually capable of. And then by the end of the year, a decent amount of people were using a post scorer. Then in 2K18, they really became popular because, you know, they had the one-on-one court. 2K19, they were super overpowered. And now in 2K20, like I said, there's no build known as a post scorer, but interior forces seem to be the closest thing. Most of them have post scorer takeover. Like I said, the post moves, the post fade, the post hook is all really, really good. But let's talk about Joel and the argument for best center in the NBA and stuff right now. Now, first of all, before people in the comments start saying Anthony Davis, listen, I'm considering him a power forward, okay? That's why I'm not mentioning him in this argument. But for me, it's got to be either Jokic, Cat, or Joel Embiid. I mean, Drummond's having a good season, but I just feel like he's very limited. You know what I mean? He's just like a rebounder, scrappy, you know, get second chance points, catch lobs, stuff like that. You know, Cat, Jokic, Embiid, they can create their own shot. They can shoot from the perimeter. They can play defense. They can rebound. They can do all that stuff. Now, Embiid right now is averaging like 23 and 12. It's still very early, but what surprised me the most when I was looking at his stats for this season, and again, it is early, but he's shooting over 38% from three right now, which is pretty crazy, especially for a center. And that's why I felt like this build really fit perfectly to be Embiid because, as you guys already saw, I already greened a 3 in this gameplay. This build can shoot, and obviously Embiid can as well. But in this gameplay, as you can see, we're shooting 100% from the field, and when you get that post takeover, it's not as overpowered as it was last year, but it's still OP, man. It's still so effective. Look at shoulder into his chest, post fade over him. That's big greens. We're 1 bucket away from a perfect gameplay to start this off, man. And with post score and takeover, you really just can't go wrong. Overpower him, throw him under the hoop, drop step him, and just dunk the ball. Drop step, easy layup. But what stands out to me the most about Joel Embiid's game is not the fact that, he could shoot the 3 or anything like that. It's his play style. The fact that he actually is a center that wants the ball on the low block to go 1v1 at someone in the post. The days of those centers is like, it's almost gone. I mean, you think back to like Shaq and Kareem and Wilt and Hakeem Olajuwon and all those centers, they were guys that wanted the ball on the block, and if you didn't double team them, they were going to get you a bucket majority of the time. It's almost like those centers are gone. Now it's all just like, guys that are just rebounders, defenders, and lob catchers, or, guys that can stretch the floor and shoot the 3. But Joel kind of embodies that old-fashioned center where he could score in the post, but brings that new age center to it as well, where he can shoot the perimeter shot. He'll step out and shoot the 3 or shoot the mid-range, or he could pick and pop and, pop to the 3-point line and shoot it. But he still has that old-fashioned post score down on the block mentality where if he gets the ball, he can overpower you. He has the footwork, the up and unders, the rip throughs, the reverse pivots, all that type of stuff that he can get you a bucket 1v1 in the post. And as long as he stays healthy, I mean, these 76ers got a real chance of coming out of the East. I know Boston looks real good right now, and a few other teams out in the East look really good, but we got to give the Sixers a real chance if Embiid is able to stay healthy. Obviously, we know health has been an issue for him. He always seems to be injured or dealing with some type of stomach virus or something in the playoffs last year, right? Didn't he have some stuff going on? I think it was last year or the year before. It seems like he always has some type of health issue, but if he's healthy, he's definitely one of the best centers in the NBA. Now, like I said, make sure you guys comment who you think it is. Jokic, Cat, Embiid, Drummond. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's some good centers in the league today. Make sure you guys let me know who you think is the best. One of the things I love to do in the post this year, on my Paint Beast or using this interior force, is using the post triple threat. So like when you're in the post, if you're holding LT, you can push the left stick to kind of, to pivot and to jab. And you can reverse pivot, you can front pivot, you can do all those types of movements. And I think they're really, really effective if you use them in the right situation. Like check this out. He's here, I ball fake, I jab here, rip through, pivot, spin baseline. That is a really effective way. Sometimes the defender will back up and you can shoot the jump shot. Like sometimes it'll open up certain angles. Like right there, since I jab middle, he shifted to the left, which then allowed me to spin back on my back shoulder and go to the baseline. Little stuff like that, like I find enjoyable in the game. Like I know, people will say post scoring doesn't take the most skill and stuff like that, or that's kind of like the narrative. But for me, little nuances in the game that's fun to do for me. Like to play that little game of chess with my defender. And yes, by the way, we are running the most toxic lineup in all of 2K. We are running a post scorer basically and a rim protector that can both shoot. But we didn't really abuse it too much. Like I've made videos and videos of playing against this lineup. So I decided, since I'm borrowing a post scorer, we're going to run the most toxic lineup. But we didn't really abuse it like other people do. Other people will have the rim protector post the guard up. Like we didn't really do that. It was basically just me posting up the whole game. Or they'll have, the post scorer is going to fade away and the rim protector will just sit down on the block and try to get rebounds. Like we're not playing like that, man. But it is the most toxic lineup. So yes, if you want to call me trash, then you could call me trash because I am running this lineup for this video. But that's not really, like I said, that's not what the video is about. The video is about me just showing off this Joel Embiid interior force 99 overall build, man. But as you can see, 20-9, we're about to wrap this game up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, make sure you comment down below who you think the best center in the NBA is. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinions on that. Also wanted to mention, if you guys really support the channel, man, the link to my Twitter and my Instagram is in the description. Go drop me a follow over there. It's free and it helps me out. But as you can see, this 99 overall Joel Embiid interior force build is a beast, man. If they don't help, it's 1v1 and you will dominate your opponent all day day long. As you can see right there, defender help just a little bit too much, kick it to the corner. As long as your teammate could shoot, you will dominate games on the twos, man. This build is definitely a twos build because it's slow. It can't get up and down the court, but on the twos, you don't have to worry about that. You just go in the post and just dominate people, man. But drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm out. Peace.